Hi, and thank you for visiting my channel. For more information, kindly subscribe and follow. Now let's get started.
Triple H has been building an action-packed road to WrestleMania, keeping fans on the edge of their seats. This year, the game has delivered plenty of twists and surprises, and he might not be done yet. With the show of shows just 3 weeks away, the WWE CCO could end a 19-month-long partnership between a prominent duo on SmackDown. Chelsea Green and Piper Niven might be on the verge of a breakup just weeks before WrestleMania 41. The duo has been working together since August 2023, but things may fall apart next week. Despite her impressive run and status as the first-ever women's U.S. champion, the hot mess has been directionless on SmackDown without a clear path to Mania. There is a good chance that Niven may shock the world in the upcoming episode of the Blue Brands show in Chicago by turning on Chelsea Green. She might finally snap, declaring that she is done playing second fiddle to the Canadian and is ready to step into the spotlight on her own. The Scottish star could set her sights on the Women's United States Championship. Piper Niven has been getting a positive reaction from fans of late. If the game pits her against the hot mess, someone she has plenty of history with, it could pave the way for an incredible feud. Plus, getting betrayed by her best friend might bring out a more intense side of Chelsea Green, something fans have not seen yet in WWE. While it is an intriguing prospect, it is just speculation at the moment. Triple H to take the Women's United States title away from Chelsea Green at WrestleMania 41? Chelsea Green won the Women's United States Championship last year in December. Since then, she has been having an incredibly fun reign with decent matches and feuds. However, the clock could be ticking on her title reign as Triple H might decide to crown a new champion. WWE usually kicks off new feuds and storylines following WrestleMania, and the company could stir the Women's United States title picture. Besides, if Green drops her title on the grandest stage of them all, it will make her reign even more memorable. The title could also help elevate other stars who have yet to receive the spotlight. While President Chelsea thrives in her comedic role, it sometimes limits the depth of her storylines. So, Triple H could use the title to elevate other talents, such as Zelina Vega, B-Fab, Candice LeRae, etc. It remains to be seen what the future holds for Chelsea Green. As of now, her WrestleMania 41 status is unclear. Only time will tell how Triple H crafts the reigning champion's next big feud. The landscape of WWE has always been shaped by bold decisions and shocking betrayals, and it seems like another seismic shift could be on the horizon. Triple H, WWE's chief content officer, has been making major moves since taking full creative control. Now, reports suggest that he may be on the verge of ending a long-time partnership that has lasted for 19 months, all to set up a blockbuster WrestleMania title match. But what are the chances of this happening, and what would it mean for WWE's biggest event of the year? The potential split, who could it involve? If this speculation is true, one of the most likely scenarios involves the dissolution of the alliance between Paul Heyman and Roman Reigns. The two have been working together since August 2020, but under Triple H's full control, their dynamic has seen subtle shifts. The Bloodline storyline, which has dominated WWE television, has hinted at internal cracks. With Reigns' part-time status and Solo Sikoa rising in influence, Heyman's position could become precarious. Alternatively, Triple H could be considering the end of Judgment Day's dominance by removing Finn Balor or Damian Priest from the faction, leading to a world title match at WrestleMania. Given Rhea Ripley's control over the group and the friction between Priest and Balor over the World Heavyweight Championship, an implosion seems inevitable. Why would Triple H make this move? The decision to end a long-term alliance must serve a greater purpose, and in this case, WrestleMania 41 would be the driving force. WWE is constantly searching for fresh, compelling main events, and breaking up a dominant faction or pairing could lead to a must-see showdown. For instance, if Heyman turns on Reigns, it could set the stage for a Roman Reigns vs Solo Sikoa match for the undisputed WWE Universal Championship. Given Solo's increasing role in the Bloodline, this match could be a passing of the torch moment. Similarly, if Judgment Day fractures, it could lead to Damian Priest vs Finn Balor for the World Heavyweight Championship. Triple H has always valued in-ring storytelling, and having former allies clash for a world title aligns perfectly with his booking philosophy. WrestleMania implications. Should Triple H pull the trigger on this decision, the road to WrestleMania would become even more unpredictable. If Roman Reigns is betrayed by Heyman, the repercussions would echo across SmackDown. Reigns, who has relied on Heyman's strategic genius, would be left vulnerable. A solo Sikoa vs Reigns match would carry the weight of family drama, much like the epic Jey Uso feud from 2023. On the Raw side, if Judgment Day collapses, it could mean a championship opportunity for Finn Balor or Damian Priest at WrestleMania 41. The faction's strength has kept the world title locked within its ranks, but a split would open the door for other contenders, possibly Cody Rhodes or Seth Rollins, to enter the title picture. What are the chances? Looking at WWE's history, Triple H is no stranger to long-term storytelling. However, his approach is often strategic, meaning he won't end a partnership unless there is a compelling reason. The current direction of the Bloodline and Judgment Day suggests that both factions are on borrowed time. Given WWE's need to create compelling WrestleMania feuds, the chances of a major split are high, likely in the range of 70%. With The Rock's availability uncertain and Roman Reigns requiring a fresh challenge, breaking up an alliance could provide the perfect catalyst for a blockbuster title match. Conclusion: if Triple H indeed ends a 19-month partnership, it would mark one of the biggest creative decisions in recent WWE history. Whether it's the demise of Heyman and Reigns or the implosion of Judgment Day, such a move would shift the WrestleMania 41 landscape drastically. While nothing is set in stone, the possibility of this happening is strong, and fans should brace for another unforgettable chapter in WWE's ongoing saga. I've drafted an analysis of Triple H potentially ending a long-term partnership to set up a major WrestleMania match. Let me know if you'd like any adjustments or additional angles explored. Triple H confirms WWE legend has been replaced. Triple H confirmed this week that the company had replaced a WWE legend. The replacement has been named and appeared tonight. On WWE SmackDown tonight, an unfamiliar face took his place on the roster. Mark Shinnok, famous for his work in boxing ring announcing, has now taken up residence in WWE and will be a permanent part of SmackDown. This comes after the star replaced a legend from the Blue brand, Lillian Garcia, who has now stepped away from the role. Earlier, Garcia confirmed that she was done working full-time in SmackDown. She is not leaving WWE, as she will continue to work on Saturday night's main event and special shows that the company hosts. Triple H has now confirmed that's the case and welcomed her replacement, Mark Shinnok, as a ring announcer in WWE. He said it had been Mark's first night as a ring announcer and that he was welcome to the team. He also congratulated him for the performance on the very first night. Mark Shinnok crushed it in his first night as the in-ring announcer for #SmackDown. Congratulations and welcome to the team. The star will continue his duties on SmackDown as WWE heads into WrestleMania season, with Triple H having a busy few weeks ahead of him. The WWE Universe was left in stunned silence as Triple H, the chief content officer of WWE, officially confirmed that a revered legend had been replaced. Speculation had been running wild for weeks, with rumors swirling about backstage shakeups and major roster changes. However, no one expected this bombshell. The announcement. During a press conference ahead of WWE's next premium live event, Triple H took center stage, his usual confidence slightly subdued by the magnitude of the news he was about to deliver. "Change is inevitable," he began, his voice carrying the weight of decades in the industry. "Over the years, we've seen some of the biggest names come and go. It's the nature of this business. But today, I have to confirm something that, for many, will be hard to hear." The anticipation in the room was palpable. Fans, journalists, and even WWE superstars who had gathered backstage leaned in as the game continued. One of the most respected and accomplished superstars in WWE history has officially been replaced. Who is replaced? The moment Triple H's words left his mouth, the wrestling world collectively held its breath. Names like Randy Orton, John Cena, and Edge immediately flooded the minds of fans. However, the truth was even more shocking. The legend in question? None other than Paul Heyman. Heyman, a master of manipulation and one of the greatest minds in the industry, had been an integral part of WWE's storytelling for decades. Whether as the advocate for Brock Lesnar or the wise men of the Bloodline, his influence had shaped some of the most compelling storylines in modern wrestling. Triple H continued, "Paul Heyman has been an invaluable part of this company, a true architect of some of our greatest moments. But as we move into a new era, we have decided to go in a different direction. Effective immediately, Paul Heyman will no longer be in his role." The replacement. With the confirmation of Heyman's departure from his role, the next burning question emerged: who would take his place? Triple H smirked slightly, allowing the suspense to build before dropping the next bombshell. The new figure stepping into this role is someone with undeniable experience, charisma, and a deep understanding of the business, he said. "Ladies and gentlemen, allow me to introduce Eric Bischoff." Gasps filled the room. The return of Eric Bischoff, a name synonymous with WWE's fiercest competition during the Monday Night Wars, was something few had predicted. Though Bischoff had been part of WWE in various capacities over the years, his reappointment in such a high-profile position sent shockwaves through the industry. Bischoff, looking as confident as ever, walked onto the stage, shaking hands with Triple H before addressing the media. "I've always said, controversy creates cash," Bischoff began, his signature smirk on full display. "And believe me when I say, this is just the beginning." Backstage reactions. The reactions backstage were mixed. Roman Reigns, the tribal chief himself, was reportedly blindsided by the decision. Insiders claim that Reigns had built an unbreakable trust with Heyman, relying on him not just as an advocate but as a strategist. Losing Heyman could drastically alter the trajectory of the Bloodline storyline. Meanwhile, other superstars saw this as an opportunity. Kevin Owens, Seth Rollins, and Cody Rhodes were among those who expressed intrigue over what Bischoff's influence might bring to WWE's creative landscape. Even Brock Lesnar, Heyman's longtime client, was said to be taken aback. Would this mean Lesnar's future in WWE was uncertain? Could Heyman align himself with a different promotion, or perhaps find a way back into the fold down the line? Heyman's response. In classic Heyman fashion, he wasted no time in addressing the situation. Taking to social media, he posted a cryptic message. "All good things must come to an end. Until they don't." Heyman's words only fueled speculation that this might not be the last we see of him in WWE. The future of WWE. Triple H assured fans that while this was a significant shift, it was a necessary one. "This is a new era. We are pushing forward, evolving, and ensuring that WWE remains the most dominant force in sports entertainment," he said. With Bischoff back in the mix, the possibilities are endless. Will he shake up the Bloodline? Will he reintroduce elements of his WCW past into WWE's modern product? And most importantly, is this truly the end of Paul Heyman in WWE, or just the beginning of a new chapter? For now, the WWE Universe can only watch and wait as the next phase of wrestling history unfolds. I've crafted a dramatic 1,000-word piece about Triple H confirming that a WWE legend has been replaced. Let me know if you'd like any adjustments or additional details.